The very warmest of welcomes to you indeed to the Schwim- und Spranghalle im Eurosportspark. It is the FINA Swimming World Cup, taking place at the SSE for short, a much-loved venue. And it's great to have your company for all of the action in what is said to be a packed session of finals coming up over the next couple of hours. We have 12 medal events to bring you. Some hope for the host nation. They've had a very good day in the companion diving competitions. The first time ever that Diving and Swimming World Cup have been held in the same venue. How lovely then that we get to enjoy the spectacle of a Swimming World Cup and Diving World Cup on the same day, in the same place, at almost the same time, because a lot of the spectators have just moved from one section of this lovely aquatic centre to t'other. And there is good humour and good cheer ahead of the start of competition. Lots of the athletes as well watching on. And wherever in the world you call home, it's great to have your company. That's what we've got coming up for you. 12 finals. We'll start with the women's 400 metres freestyle, and then have the men's companion event. Then we'll get things a little quicker with the women's 50-metre backstroke and go all the way through to the 100 metres individual medley event to conclude our coverage in Berlin. It's a crisp and chilly day, a sunny one though. Well, it was earlier, slightly less so this time of night. The sun just beginning to work its way down. You sometimes get a rather nice warm glow this time of the evening, and that's not just because of the glühwein. It can be surprisingly warm at the end of the day, just before the sun sets, when it really suddenly turns chillier. Really is a fascinating city architecturally, culturally. No time to tell the full story of Berlin. Barely any time to tell the full story of these races that we have coming up. A competition that began in 1988, the FINA Swimming World Cup. And the Swimming World Cup held in short course pools of 25 metres, as I'm sure many of you are very aware. 3 different meetings to take place. This is the first leg. The second is in a week's time in Toronto in Canada, and then it's onwards a week later to Indianapolis in the United States of America. Plenty of time as these World Cups go on to take stock of all of the complexities of the point system, the intricacies of how the prize money is won. But let's today just enjoy the racing. Let's enjoy the action. We've got some phenomenal competitors to come up over the next little while. Much to be excited about, I'm sure you'll agree. We'll be getting underway in around about 5 minutes' time. And as I said, it will be the women's 400 metres freestyle to get us started. It's a great space, the Schwim- und Spranghalle. It's in the Eurosportpark. Massive facility. It was built for the Berlin 2000 Olympics bid in 1993. Just 3 months before the Games ultimately were awarded to Sydney. There's a velodrome next to it. It's used as a recreational space by 500,000 people, more than 500,000 people every year. And it has hosted so many major competitions. So if there is going to be a place anywhere to host a Diving and Swimming World Cup in the same venue, it will be this one. So whoever it is that you are supporting, then welcome to what is set to be a fascinating session of 12 medal events. We will discover in just a moment or two who's going to make their own contribution to the history of Berlin. The city located in the area surrounding which is Brandenburg State. The city has a population of between 4.5 to 6 million, depending on where you draw the exact distinctions, how you count it. You know how modern cities are, they sprawl out and merge into others. But it's a city that goes all the way back to the 13th century. And it was very much a place at the epicenter, really, of a couple of vital historic trade routes, which is why it has been, for its entire history, such an important strategic city. But it's a university city, it's a great seat of learning and higher education, a massive technological centre. But if you find it all a little fast-paced, a little too modern, then you've got wonderful classical architecture everywhere you look as well. Extraordinary buildings, and they're rather blended together. It is a city of change, a city of great contrast, all in one place. It even has a few World Heritage sites thrown in for good measure. So welcome to the FINA Diving World Cup taking place in Berlin. FINA Swimming World Cup, I should say. The Diving World Cup, excuse me, I've got that on the brain, it's just finished. A lot of these athletes and spectators have had that on the brain as well. They've been enjoying the atmosphere of both of these events taking place simultaneously. A lot of the divers have moved across into the crowd to watch the swimming events. And we're due to begin our session in just a couple of minutes' time now. And they could be looking at some of the qualification numbers, some very close races tonight. Some might be more decisive, more clear. We could be in for a few very tight finishes. Of course, you never know how much stock to place in qualification numbers, whether athletes are keeping a little something held back, whether they're saving themselves for the final proper. All of that we'll discover, won't we, in just a moment or two. So it is time to begin the first final to take place. One of 12 tonight. Welcome to all of the action from the Schwimm- und Spranghalle im Europa Sportpark. It is the FINA Swimming World Cup. The first of three. Here is your jury for this session.
The women's referee for this session is
Introduction of the referee.
the FINA Technical Swimming Committee referee and demands for the event is Dennis Pardon.
It was a proud moment for
The starters
officials to
Ingo Zacharias.
make it towards the top of their profession. Their journey has also been a long one.
The final technical swimming committee delegate is Jens Christian Iversen. Technical officials, you may now take your seats.
The last moment of stillness, the last moment of calm before this session gets underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 seconds till our first race is underway. Don't forget, make some
Countdown is on.
Get proud, get behind these athletes.
And we are 3 seconds away from beginning the Swimming World Cup. It's the women's 400 metres freestyle final to get us started.
This is the women's 400 metres freestyle final. In lane 8, representing Netherlands,
Imani de Jong of the Netherlands will be in lane 8.
In lane 1, representing Australia, Maddie Goff.
Maddie Goff of Australia in lane number 1.
In lane 7, representing Slovenia, Katja Fain.
Katja Fain of Slovenia goes in lane number 7.
In lane 2, representing Czech Republic, Barbara Simanova.
Barbara Simanova of the Czech Republic in lane number 2.
In lane 6, representing Belgium, Valentine Dumont.
Valentine Dumont of Belgium takes her place in lane number 6.
In lane 3, representing Hong Kong, China, Siobhan Hohe.
Siobhan Hohe from Hong Kong, China in lane number 3.
In 5, for the United States of America, Haley Flickinger.
Haley Flickinger of the United States of America in lane 5.
And in lane 4, representing Germany, Isabel Guster.
And Isabel Guser of Germany, the strongest performer in the heat, goes in lane 4. Time of 4 minutes, 3.01 seconds. The start list for the women's 400 metres freestyle competition. Isabel Guser of Germany, the strongest performer in qualification in lane 4. The 20-year-old who has a full set of colours in long course competition at the European Championship. She has 3 medals in short course competition. And so then we begin the Swimming World Cup. It is the women's 400 meters freestyle. It is an early lead established by Barbara Simanova of the Czech Republic in the second lane. A long way to go, though. This is a 16-length final. Pacing yourself absolutely crucial. It is still Simanova ahead of Siobhan Hoy. Close, though. Less than 3/10 between them at this stage. The one to really keep an eye on is Isabel Guser of Germany, who's in third position at the moment, just about half a second off Simanova. Could finish this extremely strongly. She was so impressive in the heats. Looking good is Sohi of Hong Kong, who's got it down to 100th of a second now. Guser staying nice and consistent with Simanova. As expected, it is the swimmer from Hong Kong who's moved ahead of Simanova, who's just starting to lose the pace a fraction after a very powerful start. So Hoy now the pace setter, but just keeping in good distance is Isabel Guser. Simanova just running the risk now, starting to drop back a fraction as we work our way towards the 200-meter mark, the halfway mark of this race. Still, it is Siobhan Hoy. Simanova is fading, though. Every split time is just seeing her fall away a little. Isabel Guser dropping back a fraction as well. This is a very good race so far from Siobhan Hoy. Now beyond the halfway mark of the entire contest, and a smoothness to the way that Siobhan Hoy from Hong Kong is swimming. Barbara Simanova in second position. Isabel Guser around about 2 seconds shy. And it really is those three competitors as things stand. Now Guser's getting close to Simanova, and we might well get a change from second and third over the next 25-50 meters or so. And this is where Guser can really step things up quite a bit. Siobhan Hoy still leading this one. And really well and truly out in front at the moment. It is Hoy, and the gap over Simanova, 2.96. Just beyond 3 seconds is Isabel Guser. Siobhan Hoy has raced this one extremely well so far. What is left from any of these competitors? Gap is growing, and growing well for Siobhan Hoy of Hong Kong. Getting closer and closer to victory is Siobhan Hoy of Hong Kong. Really has opened up a lead now. We wondered if it might narrow. Instead, it has grown the gap. The very experienced Siobhan Hoy has judged this one absolutely superbly. And she's almost there in the final length. It is Hoy of Hong Kong. And that is how you get the job done. It's a really good display from Siobhan Hoy. It's going to be very close for second place, and it is just Simanova. Very marginally, but there is your winner, Siobhan Hoy. The 24-year-old from Hong Kong, the silver medalist in 2 events at the Olympic Games, the 100 metres and 200 metres freestyle. We wondered after the qualification just how much was left in the tank and how much he was holding back, and it's very clear that this was a true final performance, a finals performance, I should say, from Siobhan Hoy of Hong Kong. University of Michigan's finest. She takes a World Cup title. Phenomenal record that she has. The classified results in the women's 400 metres freestyle. The bronze medal to Isabel Guser of Germany, silver to Barbara Simanova of the Czech Republic, and the title won by Siobhan Hoi of Hong Kong.
Well, congratulations, all three of you guys. But Siobhan, that was an amazing swim. 9 seconds faster than your heat time this morning. You just dominated that from the start, but looking super comfortable. How are you feeling at the start of the season?
I feel really great after this race because I wasn't really sure where I'm at. This is my first international competition in 10 months, so I just want to see, where I'm at right now, and based on the results, I think I'm in a really good spot.
I mean, it is, as you say, 10 months off, the very start of the season. Moving forward, obviously, we've got bigger competitions coming up. This must put you in a bit of confidence sort of moving forward, right?
Yeah, definitely, especially when I'm doing all of the World Cups, and I'm hoping that as every time I race, I'll get better so that I'll be ready at the end of the year for the short course Worlds, and I'm really excited for it.
Well, we're super excited to have you on this, and that was an amazing race. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Siobhan Hoi.
Siobhan Hoi saying that she didn't really know exactly where she was coming into this. Well, she knows now. She's in top spot, aiming for the Short Course World Championship. She did, after all, win 2 gold medals in Abu Dhabi last year. She was a bronze medalist in this particular event. This is a very encouraging performance, surely, from her. We move to the men's 400 metres freestyle final. Well, let's welcome out the competitors who've made it through to this first men's World Cup final of 2022. Grigor Zirk of Estonia in lane 8.
In lane 1, representing Egypt,
And over on the other side of the pool in lane 1, Marwan El Kamash of Egypt.
in lane 7, representing Norway,
Oldest competitor in this final. From Norway, it's Henrik Christiansen.
in lane 2, the Netherlands,
Luke Kroon of the Netherlands in lane number 2.
in lane 6, representing Norway,
Jon Juntvedt of Norway goes in lane number 6.
in lane 3, for United States of America, Kieran Smith.
Kieran Smith of the United States of America is in lane number 3.
In lane 5, for Republic of South Africa, Matthew Sates.
Matthew Sates of South Africa in lane 5, just 0.02 of a second in qualification, slower than the gentleman in lane 4. Danas Rapsis of Lithuania in lane 4. 3 minutes 41.51 seconds, the fastest time that we saw in qualification. However, we have just seen that be made a mockery out of in the women's competition. This is the start list for the men's 400 metres freestyle final, and the best performer in qualification, the Lithuanian Danas Rapsis, who goes in lane 4. So we begin the men's 400 meters freestyle final. Very quick start in lane 8 from Grigor Zerk of Estonia. But as expected, it's Seitz and Rapsis early on with Smith close by. It was just 200th of a second separated Rapsis and Seitz in the qualification stage. It's about a quarter of a second between them at the 50-meter mark. 16 lengths of the pool to be navigated by these competitors. A lot of experience here. Seitz now just 9 hundredths ahead of Rapsis at 75 meters. Might push each other very hard here. It's going to be virtually deadlock, 300ths of a second. And Jundtvedt of Norway in lane 6 has come into contention now. It's quite tight at the moment. It's 4 really in the picture. Jundtvedt will drift back a little now as Smith has responded. So it's Rapsis, Seitz and Smith. Rapsis could be close to being caught. Again, it's 400ths. They're really not giving too much away to the other. Smith is just lurking close by in 3rd position. It's like cat and mouse feel to it. Very interesting race, this. Coming up now to the 200-meter mark. They're inseparable. Rapsis and Seitz on exactly the same split time. So here we go, halfway mark, and it is Smith who has taken the lead. So in this 2-person battle, the 3rd person has gone into pole position at the halfway mark. Well done to Kieran Smith, clever racing from him. Rapsis and Seitz all within 1/3 of a second of each other, these top 3. Starting to get separation now between them and the peloton, as it is Kieran Smith who now is really imposing himself on the latter portion of the race. It's tactically very astute from the American, Kieran Smith. And what kind of response will we see from Seitz? A good one, getting it down to around 1/10 of a second. Rapsis just starting to fall back slightly, but it appears that Smith has really now pushed Seitz, who's going to go into the lead at the 300-meter mark. So half a second between Seitz and Smith. Rapsis fading back 1.69 behind. Here we go to a very intriguing finish. Who's got the most still to give? We're going to find out. It is Seitz, who's now 0.77 seconds, I should say, over Kieran Smith of the USA, who's starting to just fall back more than a fraction. The gap is going to grow to over a second now. Seitz, brilliant from him. Rapsis is fading away, and is there a chance that Rapsis might actually find himself caught? A possibility of that, as Seitz is over Smith by 1.31, Rapsis 3.84. But looking pretty comfortable in 3rd place. Luc Kroon of the Netherlands, the closest to challenge that, but it's easy for Matt Seitz of South Africa, ahead of Smith, ahead of Rapsis. And Seitz responded so well to the challenge thrown down by Kieran Smith. He was the highest male scoring competitor in the World Cup Series last season, Matt Seitz. A collegiate champion this year as well for his college team. Alumnus of the University of Georgia. So we have a look back at this really good win from Matt Seitz of South Africa over Kieran Smith, with Danas Rapsis of Lithuania holding on to get the bronze. The classified results in the men's 400 meters freestyle competition. Danas Rapsis of Lithuania taking bronze, Kieran Smith of the USA winning the silver, and Matt Seitz of South Africa, the champion. And we'll hear from him in just a moment. And we're used to hearing from him in World Cup competition, because he's got a great record. And just 19 as
Well,
well.
I tell you what, boys, that was an amazing race to watch. That was like neck and neck right through to the final sort of stages there. Matthew, of course, our overall winner from last year. You set yourself up to a good start this year too, right?
Yeah, I'm good to be back. And yeah, the World Cup last year was awesome. So I'm good to be back and a good way to start off.
Well, I can't wait to see what you do with this competition. I know there was cat and mouse between you and Dennis last year. We might see it again. And Kieran, we're obviously coming to Indianapolis to see it for the first time. I'm excited to have you on home soil.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun competition. It's always really challenging to race these guys here. This is my first World Cup, so starting it off with a bang.
Well, you did start it off with a bang. It's like the 400, Dennis, it's a tough sort of race. You're swimming 2 400s in a day, knowing that it's a stacked field. How do you sort of set your head around that as you head into one of these finals?
I don't know, it's a little bit harder than yesterday morning, so, but it's for the first day, I think it's pretty good.
It was pretty good. It was amazing to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, we give it up for your winners here. We've got Matthew Sates, first place. Second place, Kieran Smith. And your third place, Danis Rapsis.
Kieran Smith said first World Cup competition and a really good start for him. But he was bested on this occasion by, already at 19, a young veteran of the World Cup circuit, Matthew Sates of South Africa. The women's 50 metres backstroke final.
This is the women's 50-meter backstroke final. In lane 8, representing United States of America,
Linnea Mack of the United States of America in lane 8.
In lane 1, representing Czech Republic,
Simona Kubova of the Czech Republic goes in lane number 1.
In lane 7, representing Netherlands, Maaike de Wol.
Maaike de Wol of the Netherlands in lane number 7.
In lane 2, representing United States of America, Peter Nelson.
Peter Nelson of the United States of America goes in lane 2.
In lane 6, representing France,
Mary Ambra-Molu of France in lane number 6.
In lane 3, representing Sweden, Louise Hansen.
Sweden's Louise Hansen is in lane 3.
In lane 5, representing Canada, Kylie Mass.
Not a great deal to separate the fastest two in qualification. Kylie Mass of Canada, 4-time medalist at the Olympic Games. 26-year-old from Ontario. Chasing Ingrid Will. Her teammate, 24-year-old medley, a bronze medalist at the Long Course World Championships. Also a relay medalist at the World University Games in Napoli in 2019. The start list for the women's 50-metre backstroke final, and it could be a most engrossing contest between the two Canadians in lanes 4 and 5. Two lengths of the pool in this FINA Swimming World Cup 2022. Good reaction time from Kylie Mass at the start, the fastest, and that will be very useful as she tries to eat up around about 1/10 and a half of a gap from Wilm, who doesn't doesn't seem to be quite in this at the moment. It's Kubova, who really has done impressively in lane 1, and it's going to be very close going to the line. It is Wilm suddenly who's come out of nowhere to take second place behind Mass, and that is brilliant from Ingrid Wilm, because she didn't start terrifically well. Kylie Mass started and finished superbly and has secured this by 0.06 of a second over her teammate Wilm. And it was actually Maaike de Woord of Netherlands who got the bronze medal. Well, I said at the start that there was expectation it would come down to a contest between the two Canadians, but at the 25-metre mark, Ingrid Wilm was really not enormously in contention, but the margins are so narrow in these sorts of races, and she finished superbly. Let's have a look back at it. Kylie Mass managed to convert that fantastic start into a fantastic finish. She has taken the gold medal. Kylie Mass over her teammate Ingrid Wilm, with Maaike de Woord of the Netherlands securing the bronze medal, which she's done from lane 7. A really good display from de Woord. And we'll hear from the champion.
Well, I tell you what, it was fast and furious there, ladies. Congratulations, two Canadians, Netherlands from the one of the outside lanes. Kylie, great way to start your campaign here on the World Cup Tour. We're coming to your homeland next. You've got to be feeling pretty good as we head into this. It's the start of the season, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Start of the season. I think it's all just about having fun again and getting back into race mode. So, great way to start, and I'm looking forward to the next 2 days and then back home in Toronto.
I always love watching the race, so I can't wait to see what you do. And I know, Ingrid, one of the up-and-comers in backstroke here for Team Canada, you're smashing it, you're out here racing with your teammate. It's always nice to get in the water and have a little splash and dash with them.
Yeah, I know. I'm so used to swimming right beside Kylie, so it doesn't feel like it feels a lot more calming, like just another home meet. And it just brings
30 more seconds.
A sense of comfort for the races, so I like it.
I like it, you know, it's great watching you out there. And Michael, of course, out there in lane 7, goes to show anything can happen in a 50. You know, you've got to get everything right. You start, your turns, your underwaters. Talk us through that race for you. You know, what was going in your head from one of those outside lanes?
In the 50, the underwaters are really important. So, yeah, I think that went good. So, yeah, and then it's 10 meters, just swimming and hoping for the best.
Well, she hoped for the best and she got it right. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give it up for your winner, Kylie Mass?
Kylie Mass of Canada, alongside Ingrid Wilm, who made a very interesting point about feeling very calm being next to her teammate. It felt like a domestic competition. She did well to come from 5th at the halfway mark to take silver. The men's 200 metres backstroke final is the next race. Race 4 of 12 in this session of finals action. Savery Masiuk of Poland in lane 8. His teammates on the other side of the pool. In lane 1, it's Filip Kusinski.
In lane 7, representing Israel,
David Gerchik of Israel goes in lane number 7.
In lane 2, representing Hungary,
Hubert Koch of Hungary in lane number 2.
In lane 6, representing Czech Republic, Tomáš Franta.
Tomáš Franta of the Czech Republic is in lane number 6.
In lane 3, representing Poland, Radoslav Kowecki.
Radoslav Kowecki of Poland goes in lane number 3.
In lane 5, representing France, Johan Ndoye-Poulard.
Johan Ndoye-Poulard of France in lane number 5.
And in lane 4, representing United States of America, Shane Cassis.
The fastest in qualification from the United States of America, 22-year-old Shane Cassis from San Diego, California. Twice a world champion last year in short course competition. The start list for the men's 200-meter backstroke final. Shane Cassis of the United States of America, the strongest performer in the heats. From California to Texas in the life of Shane Cassis. A great collegiate performer and a great world championship performer as well. Took a bronze medal in the long course World Championships in Budapest earlier this year. The men's 200-meter backstroke final at the World Cup in Berlin. Very good beginning from Shane Cassis of the United States of America and also from Filip Kosinski of Poland out in lane 1. Can he keep that going? Now into play it is Kosz of Hungary in lane number 2, just ahead of Cassis, but Cassis is such a tremendous finisher of races. To the 50-meter mark, 8 lengths to go. Cassis over Kosz at the moment. He has a smoothness and assurance to the way he swims. The young American now coming into the picture into second place is Yoann Ndouye-Brouard of France. It's looking reasonably tight between the two of them in lanes 4 and 5, with the gap starting to grow, and leading the peloton it is Kwiatkowski of Poland, lane number 3. This is looking very intriguing between Cassis and Ndouye-Brouard, who were very close, separated by less than a tenth, I should say just over a tenth in the heats. So we're coming up now to the 150-meter mark of this race. It is Cassis by a quarter of a second over Ndouye-Brouard of France. Certainly the French athlete has got him in his sights, but Cassis has really managed to pull away on the turn. He's doubled his advantage. Really impressive from him, with Kwiatkowski leading the chase, but it's going to be almost certainly Shane Cassis of the United States of America to take this one ahead of Yoann Ndouye-Brouard of France, and in third place, impressive display from Radoslav Kwiatkowski of Poland. But there is your winner. He started so well and it carried on in kind. 2 gold medals at the Short Course World Championships in Abu Dhabi last year. Shane Cassis. I think the word that comes to mind is assured. When you watch him swim, you watch somebody who has a real sense of race management, of confidence. He's exciting. And he's young as well. Really, it was going into that last turn that it became clear that he'd really just about doubled that advantage that he had over the French swimmer. Job done. The classified results in the men's 200-meter backstroke competition: bronze for Radoslav Kwiatkowski of Poland, silver to Yoann Ndouye-Brouard of France, and the gold medal won by Shane Cassis of the USA. So let's hear from the winner, Shane Cassis of the United States of America.
Well, congratulations, first of all. Shane, exactly getting the positions right. Shane, congratulations on the gold medal. You're looking super strong out there, especially for so early on. How did that race feel as you went into it?
Thank you, yeah. Super solid. I'm just really excited to be here. I wasn't even planning on coming here, and I got an invite. They were like, hey, would want you to race? And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll come over here. So, super excited to be here. Just want to put in a lot of racing, get ready for Worlds, and just enjoy the pro life.
I mean, it's always nice to have it. We've got a quite big USA contingent here as well. It's always nice to have you guys here. How's the team feeling as a whole?
It's good. Kind of small. Not a lot of people over on this one, but I know the next year stop, there will be tons of college and professional people there, so I'm really excited.
Going to get fast. And Johan, I mean, that looked like it hurt. There was a nice battle in that final sort of 25 between you and Shane. Talk us through that coming into the touch. Did you see him there? Could you feel him on your shoulder?
Yeah, I saw him when we were in the water. So it was a tough race, and I'm a bit tired, so that's why it hurts a lot.
Well, I'll tell you what, listen, boys, congratulations to Radislav as well. Well done, mate. I know you need to go swim down. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner, Shane Cassis.
Very entertaining race, that. And as Cassis himself said, super solid. I think he was more than solid. I think he was verging on the spectacular. The women's 200-metre butterfly final is the next to come your way. Hope you're enjoying all of the action so far from Berlin. Zuzana Jakobos of Hungary will go in lane number 8. From Croatia, Amina Kajtaz. He's in lane number 1. Lotte Hosper of the Netherlands in lane number 7.
Lane 2, representing Bosnia-Herzegovina,
Lana Puda of Bosnia and Herzegovina in lane number 2.
in lane 6, representing United States of America,
Ali Flickinger of the United States of America goes in lane number 6. Ilaria Cusinato of Italy in lane 3.
in lane 5, representing Finland,
Laura Lahtinen of Finland goes in lane number 5, the 19-year-old. He's competed at the World Championships before. And it is Helena Bach, the 22-year-old from Denmark, who goes in lane 4 as the fastest performer in the heats. The start list for the women's 200-metre butterfly final, and in lane 4, Helena Bach was the strongest performer in qualification. The Dane has 2 European Championship silver medals. One of them in short course, one of them in long course competition. The long course one this year. We begin the... No, we do not. Yes, we do. We begin the women's 200-metre butterfly. I thought for a moment that that was going to get called back. But we are underway, and it is from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Lana Puda, who's started the most impressively, but just behind her, Laura Lahtinen and Ilaria Cusinato. It's tight at the moment, 700s between the fastest 3. Helena Bach has got some work to do, quite a bit of work to do. It's still Puda of Bosnia and Herzegovina out in lane number 2, who is really taking this one by the scruff of the neck. This is most interesting as we come up to the 75-metre mark. Now, a change to things as Cucinato has gone into the lead. Now here comes Bach onto the horizon into third place, but around 3/10 behind the Italian Ilaria Cucinato. Now we're at the halfway mark of the whole contest. It is Cucinato, Pudar and Bach. Still 3/10 between all of them. Pudar staying really competitive, having started so well out in lane number 2. This one is set up for a most intriguing finish. Still Cucinato to touch the wall first, Pudar and then Bach, but the gap has grown. Cucinato is looking terrific at the moment. From lane number 3, Ilaria Cucinato. Now, what kind of an advantage here? Let's find out. Cucinato, this is looking really encouraging for her. Bach now half a second behind with Pudar, only 600ths faster than the Dane. It's a 0.44 margin for Ilaria Cucinato of Italy. Really starting to get stretched now. The gap is growing. Laura Lattinen has come into second position. Pudar has just faded away and faded quite fast, but coming towards the wall in a really commanding display. It's going to be maybe tighter than it initially looked, but it will be Cucinato. Laura Lattinen takes silver, and Hallie Flickinger of the United States of America coming through to secure the bronze medal. That is really impressive from Flickinger, who was never better than 5th position coming into the final length. That is brilliant from the American, but it's Ilaria Cucinato who led really from just beyond the 50-metre mark. She takes the victory. 23-year-old from Cittadella. Such a great collection of medals that she's won in her impressive and developing career. As we have a look there at Alana Pudar, who was very much in contention until around about the 150, 175-metre mark. She faded, went from first down to second, fourth, and eventually finished in 5th place. Maybe just didn't quite have as much to give at the end. But Cucinato, 3 times a long course European Championship medalist, twice a short course medalist. The classified results in the women's 200-metre butterfly final: bronze to Hallie Flickinger of the USA, silver to Laura Lattinen of Finland, and the gold medal to Ilaria Cucinato of Italy. Let's hear from her.
I love that. Ilaria said to me, the 2 flies the easiest. Probably the only person on the planet that says that. That looked like a fun race. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I was not expecting to swim this fast at this time of the year, but well, it was a really good race, so I'm satisfied.
And I mean, it's one that you love. You got to win the bronze medal in this at home in Rome over the summer. That must have been a pretty amazing moment to do that in front of a home crowd.
Yeah, this summer was really amazing moment. We enjoyed really much racing in our home, and yeah, I mean, I surprised myself with the 2 flies, so what's better than this?
I love to see this. And congratulations, Laura. Obviously a tough race. You've got some big names out there. What was going through your mind in that? The top 4 qualifiers were only 0.2 apart heading into that final. Did you think about that going in, like knowing how you're going to swim the race?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking anything, but my hands were just dying, and I don't know. It didn't feel that well, but when I look at the time, I think it's pretty well because I did PB almost 1 second. So.
You PB'd? Hey!
A national record as well.
And a national record. Well, I tell you what, that deserves a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It's also winner, Haley. We're out of time, but I'm sure I'm going to be speaking to you this weekend. You did fabulous. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Ilaria Cucinato.
The winner, Ilaria Cucinato, but a special moment for Laura Lattinen of Finland, setting a personal best and a national record in the process. Well, she said she didn't expect to be this fast so early on in the season. The men's 100 metres butterfly final. 4 captivating lengths of the pool coming up. Matteo Rivolta of Italy goes in lane number 8.
Lane 1, representing Czech Republic,
Jan Sifl of the Czech Republic in lane 1.
In lane 7, representing France,
From France, and swimming in lane 7, Stanislas Huy.
Lane 2, representing Poland,
Poland's Jakub Majewski goes in lane number 2. United States of America represented in lane number 6 by Tom Shields. Chad Leclos of South Africa goes in lane number 3. Noah Ponti of Switzerland goes in lane number 5. And Germany's Marius Kusch goes in lane 4. The start list for the men's 100 meters butterfly final, and Marius Kusch of Germany, the strongest in the heat. The only sub 50-second time that we saw in the heats. What relationship will that have with the final? Let's find out. At the World Cup in Berlin, the men's 100-meter butterfly final, 4 lengths of the pool. And it's a good start from Stanislas Huy of France. Good quick reaction, but Chad Leclos, South Africa, ahead at the first split time, only by 300ths over Matteo Rivolta of Italy. Very tight, this one at the moment. Tom Shields also in the picture. Here comes Noah Ponti of Italy, 0.2 behind Leclos, who's starting to look nicely in control of this at the halfway mark. And it is Leclos who really is looking great now. He's 0.43 over Ponti, with Shields coming into 3rd position, but Chad Leclos is looking exceptional at the moment. Chad Leclos is very, very good. He's won this one handsomely. Ponti takes the silver, and from lane 8, Matteo Rivolta winning the bronze medal, but it's Chad Leclos, the 30-year-old from Durban, Olympic champion, double the distance in London in 2012. He won a silver medal at this distance. Fantastic swimmer, and that was a fantastic bit of racing from Chad Leclos. We look back at a display of absolute class and composure from Chad Leclos. Won it and won it well. The classified result in the men's 100-meter butterfly final, and a dominant win for Chad Leclos of South Africa, with Noah Ponti of Switzerland in 2nd place, and Italy's Matteo Rivolta in 3rd. A chance now to hear from the winners, starting with Chad Leclos.
Absolutely, went out there totally determined.
Thank you very much. Yeah, very happy to be back in Germany. Shout out to my club Frankfurt, first me swimming for them. But tonight was about getting back on top. I've been taking a lot of losses lately, so this is the start to get the crown back. So thank you very much.
Looking at this, it's like a little bit of sort of a Chad le Clos comeback on the circuit.
100%. This is Chad le Clos 2.0. So shout out to my coach Dirk. Shout out to all the German fans. These two gentlemen, absolute studs. So always a pleasure to race these guys. And yeah, it's a very fast pool. So thank you very much.
Very possible. And I mean, you guys, both of you out there, that was rapid times. Guys, this is the start of the season. You know, were you feeling to be swimming like that right now?
Well, it's awesome, man. I didn't expect it to swim this fast. First race of the season, PB. It was great to race against such champions, and yeah.
I suppose that's got to help you, right? I mean, you guys all know each other from the circuit. Getting in the pool with them, it just makes you want to go.
Yeah, it's exciting because I mean I'm enjoying very much to competing with these guys.
Yeah,
we can definitely say that Chad is back on top. So it's very fun to compete with them.
Oh, it was awesome to watch, guys. That was a really great race. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner, Chad le Clos.
Well, Chad le Clos 2.0 as he's branded himself. You know what, he can brand himself whatever he likes if he's going to swim like that. Absolutely superb. Women's 200-meter breaststroke final coming up now in Berlin at the Schwimm- und Sprunghalle in Europa Sport Park.
Representing Great Britain, Sienna Robinson.
From Great Britain, Sienna Robinson races in lane number 8.
In lane 1, representing Italy, Lisa Angelini.
Lisa Angelini of Italy goes in lane number 1.
In lane 7, representing France, Charlotte Bonnet.
Charlotte Bonnet of France in lane 7.
In lane 2, representing Denmark, Clara Anderson.
Clara Rybak Andersen of Denmark in lane 2.
In lane 6, representing Great Britain, Abby Wood.
Great Britain's Abby Wood in lane 6.
In lane 3, representing Czech Republic,
Kristina Hoska of Czech Republic in lane number 3. Second Dane in this final. In lane 5, it's Dea Blomsterberg. Des Schouten of the Netherlands goes in lane 4, the strongest performer in the heats, and really by some way. The 21-year-old European Championship bronze medalist this year. The start is for the women's 200-meter breaststroke final, and there was no doubt who the best performer was in the heats. Des Schouten of Netherlands. 2 minutes 20.89 versus 2 minutes 22.25, the second fastest. That was Dea Blomsterberg. Now, will that carry over into this final? We shall discover. She really has set the bar high. We begin the women's 200-meter breaststroke final of the World Cup in Berlin. Quick beginning from Schouten. Sienna Robinson in 8, also good. Blomsterberg the third fastest. Now let's see how that translates to the 25-meter mark. And it's Bonnet of France out in 7 who leads only by 300ths over Des Schouten of the Netherlands. Rybak Andersen also involved in the conversation in lane 2. So unclear at the moment, it's safe to say. Now Schouten has moved into the lead over Sienna Robinson, who is continuing to be a part of this from lane number 8. So we're coming up now to the 75-meter mark. It is Schouten 0.55 over Robinson, and Blomsterberg of Denmark in third position, but over a second between them. Still some way to go. Let's see how we are at the 100-meter mark, the halfway mark. No question that this very fast display from Schouten has her firmly in control. 3/4 of a second over Blomsterberg. The other British swimmer, Abby Wood, has now come into the picture in lane 6. Moved up from 4th place to 3rd position. Now, it's getting a little tighter here. Just keep an eye on Blomsterberg, 0.6. Schouten still ahead, though. But we could be in for something of a tight finish here as Blomsterberg really tries to push hard for this. Schouten, Blomsterberg, 1/3 of a second. The gap has halved. Abby Wood is still in the bronze medal position, but it's going to get very tight, this. We've got to keep an eye on Thea Blomsterberg. Tess Schouten's got to give everything she has now to try and secure this. It looks as though Schouten might possibly have improved that advantage, and she's really done so by almost a second. What a great parry riposte that was from Tess Schouten of the Netherlands, as she has Thea Blomsterberg trying to get close to her in lane 6. Abby Wood looking as though it's going to be the bronze medal for her, but it is going to be touching the wall. Tess Schouten of the Netherlands ahead of Blomsterberg, ahead of Wood, and you know what Tess is worth shouting about. That's a great start to her season. Tess Schouten of the Netherlands, after her relay medley bronze medal at the European Championships in Rome, she wins the first World Cup final of the season. Let's look back at how the race was run and how the race was won. And it was a very interesting development. Schouten was behind for really just the start, and then started to move into a lead that she just gradually extended throughout. Blomsterberg had a weak beginning. She was in 6th place at the 50-meter mark. Made a mockery of that. Well done to Abby Wood of Great Britain. The bronze medal to Abby Wood of Great Britain in this women's 200-meter breaststroke final. Silver to Thea Blomsterberg of Denmark, and the gold medal to Tess Schouten of the Netherlands. And we shall hear from them now.
Congratulations, Tess. Not only did you win a World Cup race, but you just got yourself a national record. Can't really beat that, right?
Well, I'm really happy. I already had a PB this morning, and I was like, I think I'm getting a little faster, and I did, so I'm really happy.
This morning, obviously, we're out front dominating, but today, Thea, you were there, you were right there with her. Could you feel her coming up behind you?
Yeah, well, it's really nice to race against these girls. I really like them. Friends. So it's nice. I'm happy for them too.
You guys all seem to, you know, obviously, friends outside, competitors in the pool, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Abby. I know you've got a bunch of the juniors here. You're a junior team from Great Britain. You kind of leading the charge here with them, looking after them. What's that like being over here, sort of taking the lead as team leader on that?
It's kind of weird because I'm used to being the younger one on the team, so getting old now, trying to look after the girls. Like Sienna did really well, like her first international senior final, so yeah, it's nice to see the younger girls coming through.
You know what, it's always amazing to watch you race, and I hope you guys are enjoying it here with Team GB. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner, Tess Schouten!
Tess Schouten of the Netherlands setting a national record. Not bad for the first World Cup of the season, goodness me. We have 5 more races to bring you. Let's go to the men's 100-meter breaststroke final. Andrius Sidlauskas of Lithuania goes in lane number 8. David Vakira of Poland is in lane number 1. The Italian Federico Poggio goes in lane 7. Matej Zabotnik of the Czech Republic is in lane 2. Austria represented in lane 6 by Bernhard Reitsamer.
In lane 3, representing Italy,
Niccolò Martinenghi of Italy goes in lane number 3.
in lane 5, representing United States of America,
United States of America represented in lanes 5 and 4. Nick Fink, the second fastest in the heats. His teammate Reese Whitley, the fastest by just over 2/10 from Fink. The start list for the men's 100-meter breaststroke final at the FINA Swimming World Cup in Berlin. Could be USA all the way here. Reese Whitley and Nick Fink, the two best performers in the heats. Two-year-old, 5-time World Junior Championship medalist. His teammate, 5 times a world champion, 3 times in short course competition. It's the men's 100-meter breaststroke final. Martinenghi and Poggio, very good reaction times. The Italians starting strongly. Reitsamer of Austria, 100 behind Martinenghi. Nick Fink in 3rd position at the moment. So not the most imposing of beginnings by the Americans, but Nick Fink really is so good in this sort of situation. Once the race gets going, Reese Whitley is 300s behind him. Make a mockery out of not having a particularly fast start time. He's looking so good now. Fink 3/10 plus over Whitley. Martinenghi is in 3rd position, but it's looking as though, as we expected, the USA is starting to dominate this. Let's see what reply Reese Whitley, the fastest in the heats, has. At the moment, none, because Fink has absolutely secured this with no real question beyond the start. That was a brilliant race from Nick Fink. Reese Whitley taking 2nd place. Niccolò Martinenghi converting his really good start into a bronze medal. But it is Nick Fink, 5 times a champion of the world, who takes the first World Cup gold medal of the season. His 3rd place at the 25-metre mark, then got down to business. The classified results in the men's 100-metre breaststroke final. Bronze to Niccolò Martinenghi of Italy, silver to Reese Whitley, and his teammate from the USA, Nick Fink, taking the gold medal. Let's hear from them.
I tell you what, boys, what a race. There was less than 0.1 between the 3 of you at the 50, you know. Nick, final stretch there, you just got hand on the wall, hand on the touch at the end. What was going through your mind? Talk us through that race.
Yeah, I saw kind of turn with everyone at the 50 and kind of like blacked out after that. I just knew I had to keep going and because these guys were going to bring it home fast.
And it's nice, obviously, Reese, first time having you out here on the World Cup. It's a nice way to start your campaign, right?
Oh, this is great. I mean, both of these guys are the best in the world. They're studs. Everybody here is amazing. So just to be a part of it is really incredible. I was really lucky to get an opportunity this year.
Yeah, I tell you what, we were lucky to see it. And Niccolò, last year was a great year for you. Obviously, coming off the back of the Olympics, you had World Championships in Budapest. You had European Championships on home soil. A great summer. How are we feeling at the start of the season? Now we're starting at short course. How's the body?
I mean, difficult to restart a long season after the best season of last year. But I took a little big break, 6 weeks, and I'm really happy to race here against Dad, against Nick, against my big brother. And that's okay, I really enjoy my race, I'm happy.
It's awesome to have you back again. Well done, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner, Nick Fink.
A win for Nick Fink, but yes, certainly a strong performance from Nicola Martinenghi. Gentleman who took 2 bronze medals at the Olympic Games and winner of 2 long course world championship titles this year. To the women's 50-metre freestyle final. Meg Harris of Australia goes in lane 8. Marit Steenbergen of the Netherlands in lane number 1.
Lane 7, representing Italy, Silvia Di Pietro.
From Italy in lane 7, Silvia Di Pietro.
In lane 2, representing France,
Marie Wattel of France is in lane number 2.
in lane 6, representing United States of America, Erica Brown.
United States of America's Erica Brown races in 6th.
In lane 3, representing Australia, Madison Wilson.
From Australia in lane number 3, it's Madison Wilson.
Representing Sweden, Michelle Coleman.
In lane number 5, Sweden's own Michelle Coleman.
Lane 4, representing Poland, Katarzyna.
And the fastest in the heats, Kasia Wasik of Poland.
In the women's 50-meter freestyle final.
The start list for the women's 50-meter freestyle final. Katarzyna Wasik of Poland, the fastest in the heats. 23.92 was the time of the Polish swimmer, the only sub-24 second time that we saw. It's the women's 50-meter freestyle final at the Berlin World Cup of Swimming, the first World Cup event of the season. Good start by Erica Brown of the United States of America as we hit the 25-meter mark. The lead is going to be with the favourite Wasik of Poland after qualification. It's Coleman who's 0.4 behind, but this is really electric from Kasia Wasik. And it's going to be Kasia Wasik. That is superb from her, ahead of, in lane 8, Meg Harris from Australia, taking the silver medal, and Erica Brown the bronze, but Kasia Wasik of Poland, 23.32. That was a magnificent display. The 30-year-old who took the silver medal at the Long Course World Championships earlier this year, bronze in this event in Abu Dhabi at the end of last year, but this is a real championship winning display. And then Meg Harris of Australia doing so well from lane 8 to take the silver medal. The USA's Erica Brown winning the bronze. The classified results in the women's 50-metre freestyle final. Erica Brown of the USA wins the bronze medal. Australia's Meg Harris takes silver, but Katarzyna Wazik of Poland gets the gold.
Well, Katarzyna, I tell you what, that goes to show, guys, anything can happen in a 50. It was all over the place, but it was really fun to watch. Talk us through that. That was a storming race, Katarzyna.
I was super excited. This is my first time in Berlin, first time doing World Cup in my career. So I was excited. I stepped on the track and went fast.
And I mean, you've had such a long, illustrious career. You've been competing at such a high level for so long. How do you maintain such consistency and passion?
Just look at it.
I just love swimming. I definitely had some ups and downs in my career, but the love to swimming definitely keeps me high.
That certainly was a high, and I tell you what, we're super happy to have you here on the World Cups. Meg, all the way from Australia, you're over here with your bestie, you've got Maddie Wilson. That was a great race, great start to your campaign.
Pardon?
Great start to your World Cup campaign.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I actually missed the final and someone pulled out, and I was lucky enough to be in this race. And I mean, I tied with one of the girls at Worlds and on the podium with both of them, and it's great to be racing again.
I tell you what, we're really happy you guys are here, and you're doing every leg, right? Coming to every stop.
Yeah.
Love that. Speaking of every stop, we've got a US stop as well. We've got a US Erica here. Erica, team's over here. USA's made it all the way to Europe. Obviously feeling good. Everyone's feeling pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, we're really excited to be here. For me, this is my first time in Berlin, so I'm just trying to enjoy myself and take advantage of the competition here.
So people coming in to watch, you know, tomorrow, the next day, what's looking forward? What's the rest of your program?
Sorry?
The rest of your program over the weekend.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm swimming 50 fly, and the last day I'm swimming 100 free.
All the fast ones, right?
That's right.
That's where she should be. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner, Katarzyna Wazik.
Just 3 races left now. The men's 50-metre freestyle is next. From the Netherlands in lane 8, Enzo Simons. His teammate goes in lane number 1. It's Tom de Boer. Lane 7, Vladislav Bukov of Ukraine. France's Maxime Grousset goes in lane number 2. Karol Ostrowski of Poland occupying lane number 6 in this men's 50-metre freestyle final. From Australia, Kyle Chalmers goes in lane 3. The second fastest in the heats in lane 5 from France, Florent Manodou. The fastest in the heat, Dylan Carter of Trinidad and Tobago. The men's 50-metre freestyle final about to get underway. Dylan Carter of Trinidad and Tobago, the fastest in the heats. we go in the men's 50-metre freestyle final at the World Cup in Berlin. And it is Kenzo Simons of Netherlands who gets the fastest reaction out in lane 8, but it is Manodou over Carter by 300ths of a second. Lane 5, lane 4, where all of the action is at the moment, and it's looking good so far. But coming back, it is Dylan Carter of Trinidad and Tobago, and he's won it really well by 300ths of a second. Dylan Carter takes it. That's a great display from Dylan Carter over Kyle Chalmers of Australia in lane number 3. Florent Manodou in the end finishing in 3rd position by 100th of a second behind Kyle Chalmers. So Carter didn't have as quick a start as others did, but he really was impressive on the finish. Let's have a look back at it. Really was so close at the turn. Carter just pulling away and securing it. In the end, he actually won it by a 0.27, faster than it initially seemed. More of a gap. The men's 50-metre freestyle final won by Dylan Carter of Trinidad and Tobago, Kyle Chalmers of Australia taking the silver, Florent Manodou of France the bronze.
We've got some of the biggest boys, some of the fastest boys in the world right here.
And his fellow medalists now.
Congratulations. I mean, that was super fast. It was almost like a world's race, that, right? We're at a World Cup, but there's like some of the fastest in the world.
Yeah, it was a great time tonight. Obviously, honored to race these boys, and great crowd here in Berlin, so it was fun.
And Florent, I know we haven't seen you at a World Cup in a while. It's good to have you back. Is it good to be here in Berlin racing these guys?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun tonight, especially I didn't swim in short course since 2 years, so first day, first day and 53. It's not sub 21, but it's so fun to race this boy. So yeah, cool.
Nice start to the weekend, you know. And Kyle, I know we got you on the whole tour this year. You, of course, came in last year. We saw you break a world record. Are we looking to do anything like that again this year?
You know, every time I race, I think I try to do something special, so tonight was no different. But I'll have to sell it for second tonight. But it's nice to do it with my idol, Flo, and one of my great mates, Dylan, so it was good fun.
Awesome to watch, guys. Nice little splash and dash to finish tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Dylan Carter!
Dylan Carter, the victor. Winner of 2 short course world championship medals. Commonwealth Games medalist back in 2018 in Gold Coast. To the penultimate race of the session, the women's 100-metre individual medley final. Louise Hansen of Sweden goes in lane 8. Her teammate Emily Fast is in lane 1. Anastasia Gorbenko of Israel is in lane number 7. From the Netherlands, Marit Steenbergen is in lane number 2. From France in lane 6, Beryl Gastaldello. In lane 3, the Belgian Roos van Otterdijk. Lithuania's Ruta Melodite is in lane 5. And Peter Nelson of the United States of America, the fastest in the heat, goes in lane 4.
This is the women's 100-meter individual
start list for the women's 100-meter individual medley final. Peter Nelson of the United States of America, the fastest in the heats. And well and truly the fastest too. Well known to fans of the University of Wisconsin-Madison. It's the women's 100 metres individual medley final at the World Cup of Swimming in Berlin, and it is Ruta Melutite who started most impressively. Gastaldello out in lane 6 doing well. She's leading this. Great display from Gastaldello ahead of Louise Hansen in lane 8, but will all of that change now? It is Gastaldello ahead of Hansen again, with Nelson in third place. At the moment, this race is really being determined by the outside lanes. Louise Hansen doing so well. Can Gastaldello keep this going? That's going to be a really interesting question. Looks pretty promising at the moment. Gastaldello ahead of Nelson, but down to 700s. Gorbenko is in play as well in third position. We're now heading towards the finish of this one, and is there going to be a fantastic victory coming up here in lane 6? It looks as though it is for Gastaldello of France ahead of Nelson from the USA. Beryl Gastaldello controlled it from the start, and what an excellent victory for the French swimmer. Anastasia Gorbenko of Israel securing the bronze behind Nelson. That one won well by Gastaldello. Just 600ths of a second though. Nelson got very close. Nelson was in 4th place after 25 metres, 3rd place at the halfway mark, and she very nearly pulled it back. Maybe just needed another 50 metres or 25 metres to take that. It's all immaterial though, because it's Beryl Gastaldello who's done it. Well, the 27-year-old from Marseille has got such an extraordinary record going back many, many years. She was a silver medalist in this event at the Short Course World Championships in Abu Dhabi last year. The classified results in the women's 100-metre individual medley final. Beryl Gastaldello of France taking the title over Peter Nelson of the USA, with Anastasia Gorbenko of Israel winning the bronze. Let's hear from them.
Oh, I love it. Oh, guys, we're here. I was just listening to Beryl saying she saw Peter in that underwater, and she was just like, I'm swimming. Was that that final 25?
Sorry, wait.
Final 25, but you just...
I saw Peter and I saw her in the water. I was like, okay, you don't have legs no more, just come out and swim. That's okay.
That's why I love this, right? This is an event that we only see in the short course season, and it always looks so much fun, right? It's an IM. It doesn't necessarily hurt too much.
No, I mean, we got to do it a little in ISL all together, so we're used to getting some fun doing this race. It's always great seeing these ladies in the pool. It's a good time. Short one, fast one.
Last one, and Anastasia, last year, you know, we came to Berlin, you had some breakout swims here. I then watched you go on to become like world champion multiple times. You had like this incredible 12 months. What's that been like?
It was really fun. Now I'm starting the season, and it's fun to be back here and have fun with this girl in the race, so I'm happy, yeah.
Enjoyed it, and I tell you what, it's been awesome watching you do that. And all of you ladies, thank you very much for finishing up our women's program tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Beryl Gastaldello.
And so we come to the last race of this session, the men's 100-metre individual medley final. Time flies when you're having fun. Thanks for your company. Hope you're enjoying the action from the Sprunghalle in Berlin. In lane number 8, it's Norway's Marcus Lee. From Aruba in lane 1, Michael Schroeders. Lane 7, the Croatian Nikola Miljanic. Yaakov Tumarkin of Israel goes in lane number 2.
Lane 6, representing South Africa, Matthew Sates.
Having a very fine day and looking for an even better one. Matthew Sates of South Africa in lane 6. Canadian Javier Acevedo goes in lane number 3.
In lane 5, representing Austria,
Bernhard Reitsamer of Austria is in 5.
and in lane 4, representing Italy,
And there is the fastest in the heats from Italy, Thomas Cecon. The start list for the men's 100-metre individual medley final. Thomas Cecon of Italy in lane 4, the fastest in the heats, just ahead of Bernhard Reitsamer of Austria. Now will the two-time medalist from Tokyo be able to convert that performance in qualification into a great start to his World Cup season? Let's discover. The men's 100-metre individual medley final is underway in Berlin. Good start from Acevedo of Canada in lane number 3 and from Schroeders of Aruba in 1, but it's Cecon who's already got control by a third of a second over Sates. Cecon is really looking very impressive so far. Now 3/4 of a second. Acevedo is 400ths behind Sates of South Africa, but all eyes really on Thomas Cecon at the moment, the 21-year-old. Now, what kind of gap will he enjoy here? It's gone down to 3/10. Acevedo doing particularly well on that leg, but now, as we head towards the wall, it looks as though it's going to be Cecon. It might be a little closer than expected. It is just Cecon over Sates, and that ended up being really rather tight at the end. Thomas Cecon winning it. He started very well and led ultimately the whole way through. He takes it in the end by just a 1/10 of a second over Matt Sates of South Africa, with Javier Acevedo of Canada holding on to take the bronze medal. And that was a fine, fine display from Thomas Cecon. 3 times a world champion, once in short course competition, and the winner of an extraordinary 4 gold medals at the European Championships in his home country earlier this year. Classified results in the men's 100-metre individual medley final. The bronze medal to Javier Acevedo of Canada, the silver to Matt Sates of South Africa, and the win for Thomas Cecon of Italy.
Get the gold medal on 9-1. It must have been nice to get that first touch.
Thank you. This is my first time here. I'm really happy to compete with these guys. And this is my first gold, and I'm super happy with that. Almost my personal best, and that's okay.
Okay, I mean, it is awesome to watch. And I think it's second place another second time here. Sort of a moment with me. Talk us through what you've done on this weekend. I know you had just 2 goals. Just says it is for you. Big words.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait to watch what you do over the weekend. And finally, Javier, it's so nice to meet you, having you here. All smiles after that race.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to swim the 100 IM. It's not too difficult in a race, and I get to race with these guys. So it's all smiles all the time.
We're all heading over to Toronto next weekend. It's going to be my first time there. You're going to show us all a good time there. Crowd's good.
Crowd's going to be incredible. I love Toronto. I've lived 5 minutes away from the pool, so we'll show you guys a good time.
See you. Anyway, look, thanks very much, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Thomas Chekon.
What a super display from Thomas Chekon of Italy, winning the 100-metre individual medley. The last race of our coverage in terms of the World Cup action. What we now have to bring you is a mixed 4x25-metre freestyle race. This is really a very important moment in terms of the FINA Swimming World Cup here in Berlin at the Schwimm- und Sprunghalle. It's an opportunity to have a look at a feature attraction race that is not part of the World Cup competition. Connected to the Special Olympics movement. A most wonderful and worthy cause, if ever there was one. The Special Olympics, a movement founded in 1968. It's just recently celebrated its 50th birthday a few years ago. It is the world's largest sporting organisation for children and adults with intellectual and physical disability. 172 countries it's active in. It's an enormous organisation. It's a wonderful organisation. And it has its own event, the Special Olympics World Games. And they were held most recently in Abu Dhabi in 2019. And the next World Summer Games are in this very city, this marvellous city of Berlin, next summer. It'll be the first time Germany has ever hosted the Special Olympics World Games. It's a very prestigious thing for this city to be doing it. There is also a winter Special Olympics as well. So it's a great opportunity for some of the spectators here of all ages to learn a little more about the Special Olympics movement. So, team 1 with Matthew Sates involved in lane 3. But let us be frank, we are not going to be unduly focused on counting the victories here. This is about the growth of the Special Olympics movement. This is about showcasing the wonderful World Games that are taking place in this city next year. So let's just enjoy this race for its own sake and reflect on the extraordinary work that is done by the Special Olympics organisation. So we have 4 teams. A mixed 4x25-metre freestyle relay. The Special Olympics World Games to be taking place in Berlin next summer. Just lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6 in operation for this mixed 4x25-metre freestyle relay. And all of this in honour of the Special Olympics World Summer Games coming up in Berlin next year. So we begin this mixed 4x25-metre freestyle relay being held in this building to mark Berlin's hosting of the Special Olympics World Summer Games taking place in June of next year. It's going to be a fantastic occasion for this wonderful city and this extraordinary movement. The reach of the Special Olympics movement extends to almost 200 countries The good that it has done around the world cannot be measured in such binary terms as the result of a sporting contest. It has transformed lives, and it has created the most remarkable community. It will be the 16th Special Olympics World Summer Games, the first ever to take place in the country of Germany. And it will provide a wonderful platform for these athletes and for the Special Olympics itself to show just what it can do and just what they can do. It is a message of inclusivity, of diversity, and celebrating each and every member of the Special Olympics community. Huge congratulations to all of the athletes involved. And it was Team 3 that took the win, and took the win very impressively. Team 4 in second place. Very close between Team 2 and Team 1. But this, more than anything else, about making people aware of the work of the Special Olympics, and hopefully there will be full arenas for the event in Berlin next summer. We look back at some of the finest moments from this mixed 4x25 metre freestyle relay to conclude our coverage of the first day of the FINA Swimming World Cup in Berlin. A reminder that sport is about more than mere athletic contest. Sport is about an overarching philosophy of doing good. And there are the final results in the mixed 4x25 metre freestyle relay. It's been a great pleasure having your company today for the FINA Swimming World Cup in Berlin. More to come over the next couple of days. So we'll say goodbye, but by no means farewell. See you soon.